everybody to the, July 24th meeting. I want to ask the sheriff to lead us in prayer and pledge.
Let's pray. Lord, we do thank you for the opportunity to be here today. Lord, I thank you for people that have taken time out of their busy schedules to be here to mind, to help with the business and to see what's going on here. Lord, I thank you for our commissioners and all that happens here. Lord, I just pray for discernment. I pray for direction. Lord, and give us the ability to take care of the government business that we should in the way that you would have us to do it. Thank you most of all for our salvation that comes through you. We ask these things in your name, Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Be seated. We'll roll call, all commissioners are present. I'll take a motion for adoption of the agenda.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
I have a motion, I have a second. I have a motion and a second for adoption of the agenda. All those in favor say aye, please. Aye. All opposed, same sign. All right, do we have, you said we had no petition from the public?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I need to, let's see, approval of the minutes for the regular meeting held June 26th of 19. I'll take a motion for, both if we also have minutes for July the 10th.
So moved.
Okay, second, I have a motion and a second. All those in favor of approval of the minutes for both June 26th and July 10th, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We're gonna skip constitutional reports. Sheriff's gonna speak to us later. Do I have a motion for the consent agenda?
So moved.
I have a motion for the consent agenda. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor of adopting the consent agenda?
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Pass 5-0. Okay, Mr. Lonnie Thigpen, you're up for discussion on maps regarding northeast Oak Hill Road.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Lonnie.
We're currently waiting on a contract from DOT for paving. Be reimbursed through DOT for Oak Hill Road. If we have enough money, we may do a little widening and possibility of some minor dents on the culverts, and we just need to establish the right of way that we maintain, where we make sure we don't get off our right of way. We would ask your permission to proceed with that. I do have a quote from Brooks, Washington, Thompson for the maintenance maps. It's $1.25 a foot. Be about $15,400 or $840.
And where that money come from?
It'll come out of our budget. I think we have some in construction in progress that we normally would take it out of professional services, but we're running short. We got plenty of money this year so far, providing we don't have a catastrophe. We're under where we should be for the year, so I think we'll be fine.
Motion to approve, Mr. Chairman.
All right, I have a motion and a second to approve the maps for Oak Hill Road. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. All right, thank you, Ms. Lonnie.
Thank you.
Told you I'd get you out of here early.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna move down to new business, public hearing on the ordinance prohibiting the sale of tobacco products and measuring electronic devices within 1,000 feet of schools. I'll open it up for comments from the public. Hearing none, I'll open back up to the commissioner. Ms. Reed, if you want to address that first.
I can, Mr. Chairman. This is an ordinance that was requested by the local SWAT group. The ordinance, presently there's a 1,000-foot buffer on smoking around schools. They are requesting a 1,000-foot buffer on the sale of tobacco products and the sale of the jewels and the electronic cigarette type products. That's what this ordinance does. The ordinance has been noticed for a hearing today, so you all can enact the ordinance today if you would like. What it does though, this is restricts things in the unincorporated area only. So it wouldn't apply, like for instance, downtown you've got James Madison School, it doesn't apply to that, that's in the city limits. But it does apply, the area that's restricted in the unincorporated area can be from a school in the incorporated area. So for instance, in Greenville, you got the Greenville school that's in the city limits, but if you drew that line, that 1,000-foot line around it, you have some unincorporated area in there.
Right.
So it can, you know, affect in that regard.
How would that affect the league, because they are inside the city limits, I believe.
And you draw that line around it,
Yeah.
and any part of the unincorporated area that fell within that, the radius there would be subject to this prohibition. Now, of course, the cities can enact or not enact similar ordinances as they see fit. So, and there's no magic about the 1,000 foot, if y'all want 1,000 foot, or 1,500 foot, or 500 foot, or whatever, y'all certainly do it that way, and certainly decide that. So, oh, and the one other thing we did, we had a concern, in Pinetta, because you've got that, the Pinetta, store there, it would be within the 1,000 foot. And so what we did was we added a grandfather provision that said that if you already had a license, and to sell tobacco, you've gotta have a license from the state to sell tobacco. So if you had that and you kept that license, that you would not be, covered under this, ordinance. However, if you lost that license and it went away for a certain amount of time, then that grandfather.
We'll go away. Okay. Any other comment?
Yeah, Mr. Chair, if I may, I've been studying this and reading over it, I've been talking to several people the last month, you know, we've talked about this, and, you know, I respect SWAT's position and the young ladies for what they're trying to do, but I don't personally, or I don't believe in the constituents that I've talked to, don't believe this is gonna meet the objective we're trying to reach. I think it would have a negative impact on marketing properties. I know there's a school being relocated in the county, and wherever that school relocates, it's going to affect a 1,000-foot radius around that. We have a state statute that regulates, the age for purchasing already. That's regulated. We have a state agency that regulates that, AD&T. And just personally, I mean, like I say, I respect what they're doing and trying to do, but it only affects the unincorporated areas, and I think it would not pose for us to be an economic advantage to everyone in the county when it comes to, you know, this issue. So that's just.
I too had some comments on that, and I would have to say I agree with that comment that you made.
Mr.
Anyway,
Chair,
yes.
out of curiosity, which school is being relocated?
James Madison, I understand.
Yeah, James Madison will be leaving their location probably within the next 2 to 3 years, maybe sooner. And I've heard one proposal, but I don't know for sure what that board has decided, what they're gonna do but they are gonna build a new facility.
But, I mean, Commissioner, that's not my main point.
Right, I understand, I was just curious.
Any other commissioner comments?
Well, I agree, it does not help economic development as we would like for it to, but, you know, they came and made a presentation and we decided on 1,000 feet. That's what we discussed at that time.
Well, as Mr. Reeves has pointed out, we could reduce that footage. That would be one possibility.
And I voted on having the was drafted, but in that time period, I've had opportunity to speak to a lot of people about this issue and reading over the ordinance. And I just personally don't think it's gonna do what we intended it to do. I think it's gonna harm economic development more than it will. And like I say, the regulation of tobacco sales and vaping cigarettes that is already in place, there's already statutes to govern that. I worked it for you back in the 80s and 90s, you know, the AD&T.
Right.
Now, does it happen? I'm sure it does from time to time.
Okay, do I have a motion proposal?
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the ordinance as written.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second to approve the ordinance drafted and prepared. All those in favor? two, public hearing for ordinance to amend the future land use map, comprehensive plan by providing for change in the future land and classification of conservation to Ag 2 pursuant to an application made by Mr. William Floyd.
Yes.
You have Mr. Floyd.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Renee, I didn't see you. I apologize.
You missed me.
No way.
I think Mr. Floyd wanted to say something. Can I allow him to speak?
Sure.
No, I'm just gonna basically tell you
Yeah,
that.
come on up,
Sure.
Mr. Floyd.
This property we're talking about is a piece that I received on Friday from Swan River Water Management for land I had in Jefferson County on Rockville River. And it was supposed or represented me to be an ag. When I traded for it, and did it 3 years ago, and didn't realize it's what I'm trying to sell. And ran into a little problem. Really with conservation and fire control. I've been working with her, and she's done a superb job.
Okay. Ms. Debs, you have the floor.
Yes, sir. This ordinance, it was prematurely adopted on April 10th by the board before the transfer process went through. And there was some language that needed to be changed. So that ordinance that was previously adopted, I was told by DO needed to be rescinded and re-adopted. I've had the language changed. I've sent it back to DO to have it revised, and I had Tommy to look over it for me. So the ordinance that's in the packets include the map that shows what is currently zoned, which is conservation, it's 2 parcels of land, and what, we're proposing to change it to, which is Ag 2, allowing Mr. Floyd to sell it and for the future buyer to be able to, develop it. So that's what the ordinance is.
And that's a recommendation of P and Z.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And it's been through planning and zone, regional planning council.
Yes, sir. All agencies that were notified, that including the regional planning council, all sent their comments